Welcome to my channel, Pilates Chakras Tarot. This message will be for Taurus, for those Tauruses with the birth number 1. So if you were born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th, that makes you a Taurus. This is your reading for the current and present moments. Relinquishing the past, preparing for the future somewhat, but typically the readings are for the now to help with any situations and or circumstances that are occurring in your microcosm. This message is to give you some insight, to help you make decisions, to decipher and discern what's going on in your worlds. So Taurus, birth number 1. Well, before I pull the energy for your reading from the Chinese 5 Elements deck, let's take note of a few things. So we are right now at the beginning or the genesis of the new Chinese New Year, which is the year of the dragon, the wood dragon. And I wanted to pull that card out for you so you can see it. But this is the year of strength. The wood dragon represents strength. It also represents wisdom. So, as we know, we are on the brink of the age of Aquarius, which is the age of knowing. All right. So that makes sense. It's preparing us for the wood dragon, is giving us the strength to endure the things that are starting to take shape and form in our macrocosm, all right? So if it comes up, or before we leave, maybe I'll show you the wood dragon card. But as I got started, I picked up those cards and we just get rolling, all right? So, Spirit, what is the message? What is the theme of birth number 1, Taurus? What is the theme? So we pull the cards for the thing. Oh, the wood snake. The wood snake. Enjoy the waiting game. Enjoy the waiting game. So being patient, practicing patience, maturing. So when, as I mentioned, the wood dragon year is a year of strength, but it also is in the under the pillar of wisdom. So when you mature in your patience, you develop your temperance for things, right? You become more tempered. You're not overzealous about things. You're not hasty. You're practicing a high level of patience. So enjoying the waiting game. Enjoy the waiting game. Don't be rash in any of your decisions as we speak on the present moment for yourselves. And this is card number 6. So 42 is the number of the card, reduces to 6. 6 is the number of love, the number of Zeus, as well Jesus, Jesus, all of the above. Okay, you choose what resonates for you. The wood snake. Now, wood represents spring as well. So we're done with this deck. So I think I will read from the card, the book in just a second, but let's just continue to pull the energy card. So we also get a card to expound on from the Chakra Insight deck to point us in the direction of our energy centers, the chakras, to take us within, to take us in, because it all starts from within. What's happening on the outside is happening first and foremost on the inside, right? So if it resonates for you, please do take a look at those energy centers, or the energy center, and maybe do a meditation for that particular chakra, all right? And at some point in time, I will add the meditations into the playlist that you can utilize for each individual chakra. I will share the playlist that I use for those meditations, okay? But for now, whatever, however it resonates for you. So Spirit, what chakra? What is the chakra message? From which chakra do you have a message for birth number 1? And the number 1 are the creators. The birth number 1s, you all are the creators, strong in your own individuality, ambitious, represented by the sun as well. So that inspiration, motivation, dramatization, even. We love that sun energy. It's very healing. A lot of action. It's also the Leo energy. Perhaps Leo is in your world. All right. Spirit, please give us a message. I'm just going to pull out this card. The green, which is the heart chakra connection. Number 26. Card reduces to 8. We are in the universal year of 8 in the Western society. In the Chinese, according to Chinese numerology, this is the year of 9. Okay. 8 represents abundance. 9 represents completion. So, connection, universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. All right. So as you're waiting, and there's a lot of green in this photo, in this particular image as well. The universal oneness, connection. Let's go ahead and ring that chakra bell for you. The heart chakra. Open up your heart. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale it out. And so it is. We must activate our heart chakras. We must lead with our hearts. Lead with our heart to connect with others and to connect with ourselves first. You're connected to your heart center. And once you start to arrive at the heart, you're elevating. You're on that trajectory of moving up the chain, all right? Becoming your higher self. And this is the message already is signifying that elevation with enjoying the waiting game, that temperance, the power of being tempered, not being rash or anxious about anything. No sense of desperation about anything, because you are supported by the divine. You are connected to the divine. You have the love and support of the universe and the universal oneness. All right, in the microcosm. So, beautiful. So let's go ahead. Before we move on, let me go ahead and read the wood snake really quickly. Card number 42. Good. This is part of that power and authority, that wisdom coming from the wood dragon cycle. So it's right on par. So that lets me know in and of itself that you all are on the path. Birth number 1. You're already there. You're elevating. You are ascending on your journey. Things are in harmony. The colors of green lets you know that you are planting and growing and seeding and doing all those things to blossom and bloom and flourish in your life. So to accept that, if you will, and if it resonates for you in that regard. So let's go. The wood snake. The wood snake pillar indicates a period of waiting and strategizing, followed by a quick change when the time comes. Yin wood in the heavenly frequency encourages us to keep opening the mind with new knowledge and the heart with compassion, so we can see the bigger picture and adapt to change. The snake, as one of the 4 travel stars in Chinese metaphysics, is fast-paced and agile by nature, but it also has the patience to wait for the right moment to make a move. One of the most complicated signs in the zodiac, the snake has more hidden elements than any other sign and is a pro at keeping everyone guessing. This card emphasizes the importance of knowing yourself and your enemy before you jump into battle, especially if you're not familiar with the territory. Observe and study the current situation. Visualize the desired outcome before you plan your actions. Keep your intentions to yourself and go beyond the visible to connect with hidden forces. Listen to your intuitions. Allies may come from unexpected corners. Be patient and trust in divine timing. When all of the pieces of the puzzle are in place, enjoy the waiting game, for once you make your initial move, it's full speed ahead. Gather your strength while you lie in wait for your right opportunity to come at the right time. Yin Wood supports a high-level view for a better understanding of the battle ahead. A broader perspective can also help you identify the elephant in the room. Be alert and ready for action, but also relax into your body. Prepare for your moves quickly. There's no need to rush. You're in this for the long term. Ashe. So as I mentioned, you are on your ascension journey. You are savvy. You know when to move, when not to move. You have the wherewithal to achieve your goals at any given time. You must just be in tune with oneness, in tune with oneself, in tune with the universe. As long as you're connected to the universe, to God, whatever that higher source is for you, that life force energy, you can't go wrong. Never can you go wrong. Because whatever is meant to be for you, can no one impede on that. Whatever is yours will be yours. But of course, you still have to use all of your faculties, all right? And practicing all of those strengths about yourself. Knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. Knowing thyself. Just know who you are, know thyself, know the energies around you, observe and just relax into knowing when to strike or when to make a move at the right and perfect time. Using the guidance from the higher sources, from your spirit realm, because you are connected, right? You have a whole slew or tribe of people, your crusaders that are supporting you, that are behind you 100%, 115%. So don't doubt that at all. Never doubt that. So let's continue to bring this message out. All right, what are you waiting for? What's happening right now for you? What must you be mindful of? Where must you practice patience? Are you being patient? Ask yourself that. Okay, a couple cards. Strength again. Strength is coming out. That's that wood dragon energy. The strength card is here. Taming that energy. Again, she's, as you can see, as in the typical traditional tarot deck, this particular deity is able to tame the animal energy, that animalistic energy, your primal nature. Don't let the primal nature control you. You control it. Don't be rash about anything. Don't be overexcited. Don't, just hang and waiting. Be a little bit more stoic. I would refer to her more as the Sigma woman, knowing when to. You have that tenacity, that grace about you. And then we have the Ace of Swords, the truth. The truth that the aces are also gifts, and the skies are blue. So there are brighter days or bright days on the horizon for you, days of much success. And that sword is pointing upward. So that again is on the ascension journey, that ascension trajectory, if you will. It sends you, if you follow the sword, your attention will be on the horizon, up into the skies, up into the heavens. And also that's the sword energy is the mental suit or the air energy. So knowing the truth and standing on truth. Knowing when that it's all about that savvy too. Let's go back to the savvy because the energy is about the waiting game. So the sword is also the wisdom, mature, intellectual energy, as well as, you know, you as the feminine energy is here in the strength card, you must exercise both your intelligence and your intellect. Because part of the story on the wood snake was using your intuition. You must be led by your divinity, your divine attribute of virtuosity and intention, integrity. So this is a card of integrity as well. Like I said, you are that savvy individual, birth number 1. So use your savvy. Let's get one more card to hash that out. One more. And I am using the Ukiyo Tarot deck. Ukiyo is the floating worlds. It's a Japanese term, and it's also an era in the Japanese, I think it's the Ibo era. The arts and the pictures here, the artwork here depicts the prosperity and luxury, the fineries of the Japanese culture. Also, some of it has some poverty consciousness there as well. So it depends on what cards come through, and I will let you know when it comes through. But right now we're seeing wealth. King of Wands. The King of Wands. All of the kings are confident. They're very esteemed in their own right. And this is the Wands, and the Wands is that energy of inspiration. A really go-getter, an active king. More like that Mars energy, takes action, knows when to strike. That savvy again, very savvy, knowing when to strike, never being hasty or rash about decisions. An effective ruler, an effective king. And here, if you look at the clothing represents wealth. I mean, he's sitting on probably a silk tuffet with the embroidery, the intricate embroidery of the Japanese culture. There's a word for it too, but it's more, it's usually woven fabrics. It's not embroidered, but it's a woven technique. So a combination of silks and fine clothing, fine fabrics. And his wand as well is more like a crook and flail, which represents rulership and authority. So you are an authority. You are a leader, taking on that leadership role in this period in time. So don't be afraid to actualize that energy of knowing, certainty, confidence, self-esteem, but leading from the heart, leading with compassion, true love, true compassion, authenticity, leading from the heart. Like I said, you can't go wrong when you're leading from the heart. And you can't fool anyone either. And you're not trying to, because leaders that are savvy, with authority, esteem, rulership, there's no reason to fake it. You don't have to fake it at all. There's no fabrication here. So we get a few of the oracle cards to round out your message for guidance, more guidance. So this is a theme, you know, in the waiting game, being savvy and being certain. Verse number 1 symbolizes the sun. The sun is very healing. You're an luminary, shining your light into the world. So what other messages, Spirit, do you have from us from the numerology deck? So birth number 1, Those of you born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th. The days of the week that are serendipitous for you, remember, Sunday and Monday, like the sun and the moon, right? The sun and the moon. Harmony creates harmony. Those are your 2 harmonious days. And if it falls on any of those numbers, the number 1, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, those are also, it makes it more profound for you. All right, so we have karmic completion. This is a completion of a cycle. Number 10, which reduces to 1. So you are complete. Whatever this waiting game is, like it says, when it's all said and done, enjoy the pleasantries. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Your karmic debt is resolved. It is resolved. That is that card from the numerology deck. Card number 10 reduces to 1. Karmic completion. Your debts are paid. Your karmic debts are paid due to your thoughts, your deeds, and your actions. Again, like I said, you can't fake it. As within, so without. So Spirit, what is coming, what wants to come out from the Star Codes deck? This is the Star Codes Astro deck. What are the last 2 messages in communication? Did you all get to see that tetrahedron? Karmic completion. So I'd like for you all to look at that. Sometimes I'd like you to see the images. Sometimes they give you some, they invoke certain emotions, knowing that, okay, something turned over in the deck. Let me see if I can pull it out. Okay, here, the 9th house. The 9th house is that house of philosophy, law, education, higher education. And it says exploration. So exploration. Card number 47, which reduces to number 11. 11 is a master number. So you are on that trajectory or the path of enlightenment, because the 9th house is enlightenment as well. You're exploring that part of yourself, or you're finding refuge, respite in the 9th house of philosophy. That's also a Sagittarius card. So perhaps there's a Sagittarius in your world. To explore the world, go and travel. But this card falls right under the heart. And the heart is your compass. The heart is going to lead the way. Right? If you're led if you know your human design, you can look at if your heart chakra is an active area in your human design. I don't know why that's coming up, but it is coming up for travel, for using your heart as your compass to lead the way. Perhaps your heart is activated in your human design. So however that resonates for you in spirit, let's get the final message from the Wild Mystic deck. Let's get the final message. Final message for birth number 1. Here we go. Trick. Don't be fooled. Don't allow yourself to be tricked. Remember, if you move too soon, you could be making the wrong move. This bear almost looks like a clown in this card, so don't clown. Don't let anyone clown you, and don't clown yourself. Don't be foolish. Don't be tricked. Don't be a trickster yourself, even, if that's the case. But that could be just a warning or an alert where you are right now. And I'll read from the Wild Mystic deck on that one. Let's see. Is that the bear? Let's see, the bear card. Is that the bear? B-E. always forget what this badger is. No, it's not the badger. Let me see, which one is it? Is it the koala? I've had this card before, and I can't remember what this animal is, but check it out. Check it out. And right above that character is the third eye. So make sure you're consulting with your higher thinking, your higher self. Consulting with your higher self, not with the lower self. Get out of those lower chakras. Don't succumb to the external realm. Stay within. Stay focused on with that inner eye. In between the brows. Close your eyes. If you meditate, close your eyes and keep your gaze right there between the brow. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to get here. I'll get there. I'll get there. See how that resonates with you for a minute. You can take some breaths in and out. I don't know why I can't. This one is always the tricks. This is it. This is the trickster. This is how it's hiding. It's playing games. Don't allow yourself to play games. And now it's making me feel like I need to hurry up. I need to be rash. Take your time. The waiting game right away. When I just took my time and took a breath, I found that it's actually a raccoon. Does that look like a bear? Okay. Well, it's the raccoon. It's a raccoon dog. So this card represents illusion, daydream. The raccoon card may warn you to look before you leap, but also reassure you that the leap itself is a part of the fun. It is a card of seeing opportunity in chaos and confusion, creative problem solving, and learning on the job. While similar in appearance to the raccoon or badger, the Japanese raccoon dog is believed to be unrelated to either. In Japanese folklore, the tanuki has a rich cultural significance and background. So that's tanuki or tanuki. Yeah, tanuki or tanaki, right? That's the Japanese word for raccoon dog. They are tricksters and shape shifters and often associated with mischief and pranks. The raccoon dog card urges you not to take things too seriously and encourages you to be curious, generous, and cheerful. The raccoon dog may portend success after taking a risk or encourage you to take the risk you have been considering. Yet it is also a reminder that success is not guaranteed and that we can learn from our mistakes as well as from experience of the journey we took. So either or, all right? So that waiting game thing. So you may be waiting for the right and perfect time and you're overanalyzing, you're overthinking about it. You know, you're doing that thing where you're not, where you're continuously, you know, stressing about it or honing in on it, thinking, you know, overthinking on it, and then you just make a leap. So that would not be smart to do, right? So again, you have to rely on your intuition, divine intuition, knowing the right time and the right place, the right moment. Even if you're taking a risk, when you're really clear, when you get clear on things and you're really solid about, okay, you walk through all of the pros and cons of a situation and you say, okay, everything is checking out for me to just take this risk right now. I have nothing to lose. Because if you take the risk, you have nothing to lose, right? Especially if you're being led by divine intervention. Just take the risk. Explore. Exploration. Don't be afraid. But again, just beware of the tricksters, of things that are gimmicky or are scams. We know about that, right? We know a scam when we see it. We know when we hear it. We know a gimmick when we see it. We know it's cheap. It doesn't have an efficacy to it. So really observe. Like it says, the big word here is to use your observation. Use the law of detachment, which is being mindful. Detaching from any outcome that will not guarantee you success. And there's no guarantees anyway, as it says. It can't guarantee, but you can explore. You have the right. You've been given the green light to explore your options. Even if it's risky, explore it and see. But it also has to have all of the elements of giving you the green light. Giving you the green light to go. Okay? Using your heart as your compass to move forward, to guide you. Because you're at the end of a cycle. You're ending the cycle, but your choices, as you're ending a cycle, you don't want to pick up karma. You don't want to pick up any bad karma. Good karma is different, okay? All right? So you getting rid of karmic debt, so don't pick up any karmic debt. Try to stay away from that. Anything, good karma is good karma. You know, if you're looking at the situation and it's telling you to try it out and you have the green light, you have nothing to lose, you know it's not a scam, and you know it's not a gimmick, you know it's not a trick. The raccoon badger does not play a role. You can defeat that badger at any time. At any time. Given all of your checks and balances. Okay? So number one, that is your reading, and I hope that resonated with you. I salute you. Peace.